All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Henry, 53 at the mark. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Geis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go, Gears. 6 guys.
They'll run with Geis. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down. Now, this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Third down, here's Haskins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brandon Graham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles.
Let's go, baby.
They're on 17-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Wentz steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Being chased out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Redskins.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Geis. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check safety. Watch the ship.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. We're scoreless after 1. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Get off the field. 81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Haskins to throw it. Jordan Reed has it.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They go play action now. Haskins. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check 52.
On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 27, Wentz, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now it's Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Ertz has it left side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year 11 games with back issues. Tried for the tight end Ertz, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reuben Foster able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 25, check 25, check 25.
They start on the ground with Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception at half number. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check, 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 check.
They go with Howard again. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
A 41-yard attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Guys showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd and very short, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Blount. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First down, Washington.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Haskins able to connect there with Richardson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
We got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball.
Haskins going to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Pick it up, pick it up.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
4 down. Check, check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Reuben Foster getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Silver.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Let's go. Great.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing his Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing now is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 36. Lefty.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Wentz now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 13-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First down, Redskins.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Keep it up, defense.
Now a toss. This is Geis. A 2nd broken tackle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get that, Mike.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd down.
Boom! Yeah, baby. Let's go. Can't read. 53. Mike. Come off the ball hard. Say.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The Redskins on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play. And
All right, man, eyes up, eyes up. Take a look at what we got here. This play is all about timing. You guys mess up that timing, you'll never get home on the blitz. And we're putting the secondary on an island, so you guys got to get to the QB and force the throw.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. The Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jones hit, and the ball's held. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll make it 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Back.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. For Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He was followed by Eric Weddle.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. You better bring it. You better.
Prescott now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
X3, 218, chopper. What's it? Jim. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 17, Goff. That's complete to Cooks. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Prescott now, option right, and now he'll tuck it and run. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Tight right. Everyone, you got 4 down. Whip.
Prescott from the gun. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Now this throw caught left side. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now Prescott. That's caught by Howard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Throwing on second down. Goff looking left sideline, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for L.A. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Equanimeous St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Here's Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 47. Go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 3 bucks.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Cooper was the target there. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
14. Hey, Mike 7.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Pilot 64. Wait.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, you think about the 2 quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. And, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 in that eventual loss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Robert Woods. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 10th carry now for Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 1st downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch the run. No, kill. 47. Go to 54, go to 54.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
The Rams take over
Let's go, baby.
at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Arlington. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4.
Ric Flair. Check three.
Here's Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go. Slam. Undercrush.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Again, it's Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott still on his feet. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Prescott, letting one go deep for the end. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Boy stays up. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Charlie.
Now it's gone. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? To you from the time you're playing Little League football